Police are investigating the discovery of a murdered woman on the banks of Throsby Creek. The woman was strangled with a bra and stabbed 4 times. Police have begun an intensive search for a long, thin-bladed knife which they believe was the murder weapon.
For all the news,
join us tonight
at 6.
Staff went on strike on Tuesday afternoon without union support over a staffing issue. Volunteers took over work in kitchens and hospital officials saying that all patients are being well-paid. The small meeting was held, but the news media was not allowed to attend. Later, NBN was told by one of the strikers that the HNREA organiser of the Royal does not represent their interests. No one was put forward as his replacement because the work of same management has threatened to sack anyone who speaks to the media. Male cleaners and some drivers returned to work this afternoon, but the remainder will end their strike tomorrow. A branch meeting will be held next week to discuss the union representative issue.
Jay Inglis left the aerospace industry in America 18 years ago and started designing irrigating devices. He specialises in producing totally automatic watering systems. Golf courses with their intense irrigation needs are an ideal recipient of his products. According to Mr. Inglis, the kilometres of hoses and hours of work involved in moving the old sprinklers are a part of the dark ages compared with the new technology. Today, the Belmont golf course played host to his display of the latest in watering in the United States. What's so special about this irrigation system?
It allows people to irrigate using less water and achieving the same quality of grass and landscape.
What happens if, say, a tractor runs over the system?
Well, the systems that we produce are meant to be buried underground. They're installed in such a way that they can be run over by any kind of truck and it wouldn't harm the system. The state of technology in plastics has come a long way over the last 20 years and will allow this kind of system.
When the grass grows back, these spray heads will be entirely invisible, popping up to do their job and then disappearing underground again. The American company distributing the sprinklers has developed a scaled-down, slightly modified version of the system for the domestic market.
Our entire line is geared toward light application, irrigation, and the same kind of water savings in residential.
Has that been very important in the USA?
Yes, in the United States, to date, we are probably at a 60% residential usage of automatic irrigation systems, and it's proven to be a big water savings.
Thanks, that's fine for me.
When Nikki won the Bells Classic last Monday, not only did he become the youngest ever competitor to win an A-rated contest, the Classic was his first contest as a professional surfer. It's been a good year so far for the current Australian Surfing Professionals Association champion. The $6,000 first prize at Bells has boosted his earnings this year to $10,000. Despite being just 16, he believes he hasn't peaked too soon and will have plenty of years ahead of him in the winner's circle.
Even though I'm young, I've been surfing for about 11 years now, so it's came about at the right time.
So you don't feel like you'll be burnt out before you're 20 or anything like that?
Nah, because I like surfing too much, so I wouldn't burn out.
As far as the future goes, Nikki says he's not rushing on to the world circuit. Instead, he'll compete on the Australian professional circuit for the next 12 months and then head overseas for a shot at the big money. Today's dawn service in Civic Park was held under a hidden moon and light drizzle. A large white cross stood proud over the returned soldiers who'd gathered to remember fallen mates. Rows of medals glistened in the early light as the first of many wreaths were laid on the cenotaph. For many veterans of our various wars, the dawn service is the beginning of an important day. At Bar Beach, the War Memorial in Empire Park was the site of a small gathering of Cooks Hill Surf Club members. The modest monument is the only one in Australia ever erected by a surf club. Once a year, it helps club members remember 9 friends who died during World War I. In the Upper Hunter, more than 1,000 people crowded the centre of Muswellbrook for the annual march. 3 World War I veterans, all in their 90s, led the procession. Charlie Kingdom, Ron Yong and L.G. Murray. At Singleton, the crowds were down because of school holidays, but at Burdekin Park, 200 soldiers from the Lone Pine Barracks took part in a moving tribute.
Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
In Newcastle, the skies cleared just in time for the march down Hunter Street into Civic Park. Many of the older ex-servicemen were carried in taxis to the United Commemoration, but there were still a few who proudly made the distance. One of the biggest contingents was reserved for Vietnam veterans who are only now receiving recognition by the RSL. The message at this morning's service was that the past cannot be changed, but that future peace is a responsibility we all bear, lest we forget.
Opening his latest exhibition, Norman Withers captures the spirit and beauty of Australia and its people. Included in the 34 works at the Hunter Heritage Gallery is a picturesque landscape of the Hunter Valley. For the 63-year-old photographer, a full-time hobby has become his colourful art form, but one that Norman says is not recognised enough by the critics.
Just about anybody can use a camera, take a picture, but not everybody can pick up a paintbrush and do a painting. So that sort of person is rarer and more admired, I think, and recognised as an artist. But what a lot of people don't realise that they can take a picture, but photography can go beyond that and be creative.
Do you consider yourself more an artist or a photographer?
Both. I think it is an art, but of course you've got to know the technical side of how to use a camera. You've got to know about lighting and how to use light. And on the artistic side, you've got to have imagination, you've got to have an eye for beauty.
BHP is leaving no stone unturned in its efforts to track down Australia's outstanding achievers.
Commerce, industry and management,
launched a nationwide advertising
community
campaign
service,
for the big budget project,
environment,
not the least of which is the $250,000
literature
in
and the
prize money.
arts,
Organisers are
rural
looking for men
development,
and women from all walks
and
of life.
science and technology.
Efforts could become an
The
inspiration
BHP
to others.
Awards for the
There are
pursuit
7
of
categories,
excellence.
one
The
especially
search
set aside for
begins.
youth. At a conference in Newcastle today, organisers said it was significant that the project will coincide with our bicentenary.
The bicentennial is an excellent opportunity for Australia to take a stock of what has occurred over the first 200 years and then look ahead, of course, to what may occur in the next 200 years. Now,
BHP State Manager Ron Harvey says nominations must be submitted by early October for the judging in February next year.
Hello everyone, tonight I'll be reporting on the start of Law Week in our region. As part of the activities, this free legal advice booth has been opened at the Charlestown Shopping Square.
For all the news,
join us tonight
at 6.
Hello, I'm Jane Button. Tonight I'll be reporting on the arrival of an Isolator unit for infectious disease patients. The unit arrived at the RAF base in Williamtown by DC9 and was put through its paces in a mock trial.
For all the news,
join us tonight
at 6.
It's rough and tough in the derby as they make their way to the judge, a lap out. We salute the judge, the leader from Copper Region. Eliza Palms going up out 3 wide there, followed by Blazing Saga. Demon's Gold is over on the rail, Eagle and Power. And then came QJ2, which was under the stick, but they go to the back and salute the judge by 3 parts of a length on Copper Region. Batiste hasn't called on it for an effort as yet. Now he says, go boy, back in 3rd spot. Demon's Gold followed by Blazing Saga. And Eliza Palms was further back, salute the judge, the leader, a half length on Copper Region as they run onto the corner, a good way back to Demon's Gold, Blazing Saga, and then Eliza Palms, Copper Region ranged up to salute the judge on the bend. They're well clear over Demon's Gold, it's Copper Region, and salute the judge settling down to fight it out. Copper Region going home the better on the outside, and Copper Region a long neck on the line, salute the judge. Demon's Gold 3rd, followed in by